All right, guys. Hopefully, this is a way better stream. Uh, getting audio here. So, that being said, hopefully, you guys' night is going great. And welcome. Hopefully, you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful night. It's your boy CG coming back to you guys. We have a way different video of every kind. One of the things I'm gonna introduce to you a little bit of my hobbies, a little bit of my passions. This is how we're gonna start doing a little bit different things. 'Cause it's not just Pokemon and wrestling stuff and Dragon Ball Z stuff or like anime or geeky stuff. I'm really into social fragrances, smell goods, and all that good stuff. As you can see in the background over there, we got some fragrances. If you guys can see, we got my clones, my dupes, and we got some originals. Now, in there, stored in there is some like actual good collection and my private collection. But, but, we did get a brand new shipment in from, I think I got this from Frag Flex today. I think so. Now, I'm not sure exactly what all we have here. All I know is that now, JK, pretty much, if anything, if I'm right, I'll put this right here, laptop. If I'm right, there should be a few different fragrances, things I needed to re up on because in the fall winter times I do generally overuse them, and since I do work in a public setting, I actually need to be smelling good. And if you work in a public setting, you owe it to yourself, you owe it to everybody else to kind of smell good. Command the room that way, subtle hints, and don't be too overpowering unless the situation calls for it, or the occasion calls for it, or you just gotta everybody know that you that guy, you the top guy. Anyways, we're gonna put this build right here because I done goofed. And that is the story for the day. This I done goofed. Yeah, look at that. Frag flags. And open this up. Open this up. Blah blah blah. So what did I get? And it's gonna be kind of a short video because obviously it's a newer type of video. I just kind of want to see how things. I was a little bit excited to see. All right, so genuine only Au Bois from what was it, Fragrance World or something like that? Yeah, Fragrance World. Now this is a clone of what is it? Givenchy Gentleman Boise. If you haven't smelled that one, it smells amazing. It was a little bit of Paul Sounds, a little bit of Gentleman. It's just very classy, very nice. Great for fall winter times. Yeah, and honestly, the Givenchy kind of things are really, really nice. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Sometimes you can smell a little bit of what it's going to smell like eventually. Now, I am a big fan, at least with clones, to spray them once or twice, and then let them just sit there, marinate. Let them cook in their own little juice. Now, the next one I got is from Rasasi. If you don't know Rasasi, you should know Rasasi. Why? Because they brought you, what is it, Hawas. And Hawas, whether it's Hawas Ice, Hawas Regular, Hawas Black, that whole line, Hawas Elixir, fantastic. Now, this is a little bit of a blind buy because apparently this smells in the vein of Tuscan leather. We'll find that out. I haven't actually smelled Tuscan leather, but I am a big fan of like just leather fragrances in general. Has a little bit of raspberry in the top note, from what I hear. So this will probably be what I'm wearing tomorrow. I'm a big fan of layering in a sense, so hence why I go through a little bit of everything. So there's this little thing, unbox it right there. this is a nice presentation. It kind of sits there. It's kind of metallic. It's really nice, to be honest. Like, yeah. And that is the thing. But it reminds me of like a fragrance like has like a Canadian thing. It's like, but the actual name is La Yukawam. Or I don't know, but this is in the vein of Tuscan leather. So for those that no, 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 it's that one. The clone of Gentleman Boise is Gentleman Only Au Bois from Fragrance World. That's a nice little thing right there. Other thing is, ooh, Afnan 98M. Okay, so if you guys haven't smelled the 9 series, it's a wonderful. Just little line interpretations of stuff. So what is the original 9 p.m. is based on Ultramar. And I kid you not, works. It just works. At least on my skin. Something about it. Now, I got the 9 p.m. elixir. That one I've gone through. I got that one once I've gotten a big chip on that one too. So, that one, and this is my latest 9. I haven't gotten 9 p.m. dive or level yet. Just, I'll get that probably in the spring. But there's not much to it. I actually don't know the notes for 9 a.m. Actually, let me look them up. I have the internet here. Why not use it? 9 a.m. No, that's dive. It says lemon, mandarin, orange, cardamom, and pink pepper with middle notes of lavender, orange blossom, green apple, and rose with what's it called? The base of musk, moss, cedar, patchouli. Now, I guess this is a little bit more feminine leaning, but this I guess smells a little bit of the thing of other Ohm, extreme. What is it? The Nishane. So I'll be the judge of all that. Let me hold on and figure this out real quick because I do have this Al Shaik Al Shuik Ish Al Shuik Silver by Latafa, and this one apparently is in the vein of 1 Million Lucky. And I don't know if you ever smelled 1 Million Lucky. If you haven't smelled 1 Million Lucky or don't have it, please get it. Get it before they do any of their they do any reformulations or anything to it. Because Purvey is amazing, and obviously all the other most of the flankers are amazing, but Lucky doesn't really have a lot of good flankers out there. This apparently is a really good flanker. Comes in with this little thing, back of the box. See, and you're gonna know which one it is because of this little thing. And it's gonna look like that, pretty much. Not much else to it. Like some of these bottles are kind of eh, but I'd rather be in that way. And we don't have that much left. This one is a personal favorite of mine. I've gone through this is probably my 3rd bottle of it, to be honest. Actually, I'll keep this one there. Why, you may ask? Because it is that one right over there. That blue one with the little marble looking one over there. That is exactly what it is. So you see how there's that green one right there? Then you have the Latafa Fakar Black. So right next to it, there's a blue one right there. Yeah, that there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. That one right there. This is that. This is this. And basically, this is a clone of Blue Electric. And for those who haven't smelled Blue Electric, mm, chef's kiss. At least for me, or my skin. So the last one is from French Avenue. They do really, really nice stuff too. Iridia. Orida. I'm horrible with these names. Absolutely horrible. But yeah, these are pretty much this part of the straight the parfum. And honestly, I'm not really gonna smell most of these until either tomorrow or Sunday. Why, you may ask? Au revoir. I already have. I'm almost done with my first bottle. The Caprice is halfway. Tuscan leather, probably. So what I'll probably end up doing is probably doing all three of these in maybe 9 a.m. or 9 elixir, just depending on how small. Because I work at a pancake house, the amount of laboring options I can do or the amount of thing notes I want to combine are usually a little bit limited. So like I really don't do any coffee ones, even though I love coffee as a note. There's certain tobacco ones or leather ones that I just kind of just because in a pancake house setting, you just kind of don't want to overpower everybody. Same thing with like super sweet things. You just really don't want to overpower everybody because since I open, I don't want the first people to kind of get a big whiff like 7 in the morning of oof. You know what I mean? Now if they come in at 8, 9, cool. Most of these things actually just do really, really nice in projecting and sticking to it. But haven't unboxed this one yet. Let's do it. Now I do have was a Chaos, Atlantis, and Aether. Aether is based off of Greenlee, excellent clone. Just takes a little bit long to mature, as you would say. I would say Chaos and Atlantis are probably one of the best ones you want to get if you just want to right off the bat get it and just spray and be confident that you're gonna smell good, not having to sit there and juice up and marinate, really get the juices flowing, get the pre-workout in. But this is a presentation for Rita. Taking it out of the box. It's looking like this. Looking like that. Look at that. Now, bonus little one because I did not get it in anytime soon, but it is something I wore the other day and just got nice little compliments on. If you're ever to get it, Mysterium. It's a nice little dupe. A Paris coin. Looks like that on top. Fantastic if you're more of a very gentleman kind of thing. You gotta really, really like certain notes for this one. But works well for me. Just don't overspray. Gotta be mindful of it, especially for layering, how they're gonna combine, how your skin interacts with it, how your sweat. Most importantly, how your sweat interacts with all that stuff. Because your sweat is gonna, give off certain pheromones, certain things, and it's gonna really interact with the fragrance. And then from there, it's either gonna push it more, or it's just it's gonna cut it, and it's either gonna go sour on you, kind of weird, BO, kind of, or it's just you're not gonna smell anything because it's just gonna go away. And so you gotta really like figure out what your scents are. Normally, I do like a base scent, like you shower, you do your nice little lathers. Get a nice little thing right there, and then you kind of sit back and you almost let yourself with the. Think of olden times when they used to talk about putting someone and giving someone the oils and anointing them with oils. Think of that. So you want to make sure you're not drenched in oils or anything, but you just want to be nice and done. You know, certain parts are being emphasized, or the places that may interact well with the certain chemicals with it, they got it. Because at the end of the day, say you go to say bathroom's always great. Yeah, the first thing that you either gonna carry with you or not. It's just all the other smells. So allowing those other base layers to kind of rest on top of everything and keep your own stuff good. Really really nice. But that's pretty much been it. This one's a really nice short stream, guys. If you have favorite fragrance that you guys have, or you guys getting in or want me to get, let me know. I'll probably either have it if it's like designer, if it's like a clone. Who knows? Because there's a lot. There's a lot. And for those trying to keep up, it's just unless you got a really good paying job and tons of space, it's gonna be difficult to keep up with all of them. But to each their own. I personally love fragrances because not only does it's more of a personal experience to me. Yeah, the compliments are great. Yeah, the attention is amazing. But ultimately, if you do it right, the person smelling this most of the time is either your significant other or yourself. And most of the time, you want to be smelling yourself good. When that draft comes in and you get a whiff for yourself or something in there, and you're like, oh, that smells amazing. You're going to be like, oh, that's me. And when you see other people kind of pseudo following you around, they don't want to tell you. And you say, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Ooh. But you hear and you kind of feel them close. Especially if they're the opposite gender. Or, if you're into that, the same gender. But, you're getting that positive attention. Trust me. Because okay, so certain fragrances, even though they lean a certain way, they will mass appeal. So even for a guy, they'll be like, oh, yeah, that smells great. So like my Haltane clones, pretty much my PDM clones. So like Haltane, my I don't have said these, but was it the Leighton exclusive clone? Even the one with oh Altair. So if even was it Boss Bottled Absolute is in the same vein as was it Carlisle, uh, Parfums de Marly Carlisle. So certain scents are like nice and like everyone likes it. So it's just kind of one of those things. So it's pick and choose at your own risk. How good you want to be, how much attention, positive and negative, you want that day, and what kind of mood and vibe and hunger. And I say hunger because some of these perfumes, colognes, are quite gourmand leaning, and quite accurate in the representation of what they're trying to do. And to say they got like a strawberry pound cake or a lemon thing, meringue pie, you kind of know what you're going into, and you kind of start getting really hungry for it. Well, that was it. Pie smells like apple pie, all that good stuff. But yeah, let me know what I can show you guys next, what combinations or stuff. Either way, I usually get a couple fragrance hauls a couple times throughout the year, and hopefully I'll be putting a little bit more emphasis on the kind of fragrances I get. So this was a very very short video. Hope you guys have a great night. And if you guys are watching it through the day, hope you guys have a great one. Also, shout out to my little boy Renly, who's just amazing. So shout out to you. Also shout out to you, Ash, who are just equally amazing. The best mom out there. Don't ever forget that. And thank you so much. You guys have a great one. Later.